The injury crisis continues at Scotland as Lyndon Dykes falls victim to yet another injury as he's been ruled out of the Euros, and the question is, who will replace him?
Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and at this point it doesn't matter whether Lyndon Dykes selected to play for Scotland or he picked to play for Australia. He'd have the same amount of chance of playing in this year's Summer Euros. So absolutely distraught for Lyndon Dykes. Personally, for me, I think he's the most worthy guy is starting at the Euros. As much as I think Shankland is the superior goal scorer to any other player in that Scotland team, I look at Lyndon Dykes and I look at him being the main reason as to why we're actually there. I think we as a team play better with Lyndon Dykes in the team. Some people prefer Adams. Some people think that with Shankland and his goals alone he should play. And I think with Shankland we don't really know what we're getting. And I'm all for having Shankland be the starter at the Euros, but I think if you just compare Adams and Dykes, I think that overall as a team we play a lot better with Dykes. I think he offers us more up front. People say that Adams is a better goal scorer than Dykes. I mean, that might be true, but Adams doesn't exactly have this great goal scoring record, I think, to justify being so much better in front of goal or being a natural goal scorer more than Dykes is.
Yes, Dykes, not as crucial as some players in the team. I mean, I think for the likes of John McGinn, absolutely.
Well, if John McGinn was missing the Euros, I would say just cancel it. Have it next year.
You'd say just cancel it. I do think there's other players that, like Lewis Ferguson, I think it's a massive blow. Yes, not as crucial to Scotland as what Dykes has been.
But see, Lewis Ferguson, he's like a player that could be great for us, but we haven't really had him, so we don't know what we're missing.
Yes.
Lewis Ferguson, it's a little bit the same, similar to like Shankland. It's like an unknown quantity. Yeah, it's players that you'd love to have there.
So would you rather Shankland get ruled out than Dykes?
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, I think we know what we're getting with Dykes. You talked about Lewis Ferguson. As big as a blow as that is, that we're not having Lewis Ferguson, we can't say that Lewis Ferguson's the reason we're at the Euros. We can't say Lewis Ferguson's behind all the great wins and great performances because he hasn't really been a part of the squad. Even when he's been selected, even when he's got to play, it's been from the bench. We've seen him in small snippets. I think if we lose a McGinn, someone like that, someone that is actually in the team from start to finish, that is when I will truly begin to panic.
Yeah, I would panic with that, to be fair. Ryan Christie as well, almost on the 50 cap. We'll reach that in Munich, so fair play to Ryan Christie. Could he step in? I mean, we've seen Ryan Christie, right, play kind of off the striker. And I think with Dykes being injured kind of means that Adams is going to start, and it means that Shankland's going to get way more of an opportunity. But what does it mean? Who could get called up? Who is there? I'm seeing Ryan Gold get a mention. Big, what's that guy called? Tommy Conway?
Ollie McBurney linked with Hearts. Could he be linked with a return to Scotland?
No.
Let's hope not. Who else have we got there? I mean, look at Jordan Rhodes, highest fucking transfer valued Scottish player combined in history, and the guy's never had a sniff of the national team in about a decade, and rightfully so. He's been bogging, but that's the position you look at, and we just don't have the options.
Yeah, but see if Clark's got any sense. See if the 3 games don't go according to plan. If say Adams starts and has a stinker against Germany, right?
I think he'll stick with him.
Yeah, that's my problem. I think he would, and I think you need to change it.
My problem is I think he'll be like, no, you know what? I'm going to give Adams the benefit of the doubt against the lesser, against the teams that are inferior to Germany. And then if it doesn't work in the next game, you're left with 1 game, and at that point he might be like, I've stuck with him twice. I may as well. There's no point mixing it up. You've only got 3 games. You need to get it right. I don't think Clark got it right in the last Euros. He needs to get it right in this Euros. You can make a good case, I think, for any of the strikers really to start for Scotland. But this for me I think it's a good thing for Shankland.
I think it's a good thing for Shankland. Obviously, I mean, he probably would not.
And a good thing for Shankland could be a good thing for Scotland.
It could be. Here, I think there's a world where Lawrence Shankland's walking out with a lot of goals for this tournament. Is that the world that we're currently in? Is that the alternative universe?
I'm trying to think of that game that he was in recently and they criticised him for it. The one...
Holland?
Yeah, I thought he played well. We played well. That was not a 4-0 game. We played well in that. Shankland I mean, if that ball is like 6 inches lower, that's in off the crossbar and people are going, what a fucking finish for Lawrence Shankland. And I know it's ifs and buts in football, and I get it, right? He missed it. We ended up losing 4-0. But I think Shankland played well in that game.
I think Adams suits playing against Germany, and then Shankland, if you need a goal, bring him on. But I think Shankland should start against Switzerland and Hungary. I think in a game we have lacked goals recently. We are fucking shipping goals as well. That's not really the front area of the pitch fault, but we need goals.
True, but you could also argue against Germany, we're likely to create less chances, and if we're only going to get one chance, I would rather it fall to Shankland than Adams.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But he's done things in the past. We play two up front. Why not try Dykes? No, not Dykes. Sorry, Adams and Shankland up top. He's not going to do it against Germany.
Also, some people seem to think that Shankland doesn't work. He's got shit work rate. He's a target man. He's lazy. I don't know if they've seen him play for Hearts this season, but he's probably spent more time in his own box than he has his opponent's box. He's been playing as like never mind false nine. He's almost been playing deep. I've seen him play, not for full matches, but I've seen him play it for Hearts in periods where he looks like a CDM, or I remember, was it against Celtic? He was like literally playing at left back for like a few minutes. It was like...
No, obviously...
Who said he can't do that for Scotland, Steve? I know Lyndon Dykes, he'll track back, he'll pressure. Why can't Shankland do that? He's done it this season for Hearts. I think he can do it for Scotland.
Yeah, no, we do.
I think we need to drop this myth that Shankland's nothing but like a poacher, a lazy goal scorer up front that offers you nothing else but, you know, a guy that can finish. That's not true.
What we've got to bear in mind is, right, we're talking about, start them up front against Germany. We've got 2 games before the tournament. So, if you want to try something, Gibraltar and Finland is your dartboard.
Yeah, look, maybe the Gibraltar game doesn't... Finland's a wee bit better, but...
No, I would do, honestly. I'm not saying I would go all out against Gibraltar, because it's Gibraltar, but I would start Shankland and Dykes. No, sorry, I keep saying Dykes. I would start Shankland and Adams both up front and just get them confidence. You know, Shankland needs goals. I think that game against Holland would be playing on his mind. And I know you might be saying, it's Gibraltar. Go for it. Fucking go for it. I do not want us going into the Euros, right?
Lacking goals.
Off the back of like 2 mediocre, shitey performances with nothing.
Yeah, that Northern Ireland one was shite enough to last us a long time. We don't need another performance that bad.
Yeah, so. And also against Gibraltar, right? There's no need to start the normal players. Like I know I've just said about Adams and Dykes. I think Adams and Shankland, right? But see the players that got put into the team that are kind of on the fringes, like a Forrest, like a McCrory. I'd start them against Gibraltar as well. We know what the rest of the team can do.
Why not?
But as for who's going to replace him, obviously the squad will thin down to 26 or 28.
See Gibraltar, would you even experiment and would you play Kieran Tierney at right back?
Maybe, but here, Ryan Jack, with his contract situation and Dykes being injured, is that going to be the 26-man squad pretty much picked for itself? We'll have to wait and see, as Borussia Dortmund almost make it 1-0 against Real Madrid, but hopefully we can bounce back, guys. But you know what? It's going to be good. It's going to be a good summer, good wee month. Till next time. Peace.